Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. I hope everyone is doing well today. We're all healthy here on the mountain, which is good considering we've got still about a foot of snow outside. So I am inside where it is warm, but that does not stop me from dreaming about warmer weather. I looked, I think it was yesterday, so today is maybe 53 days till spring, somewhere right around in there. So I am dreaming of warmer days and days that I can get out and start putting things into the garden. I have a stack of catalogs and things in front of me of seeds. I don't need them. I've got more seeds than I know what to do with now. But that does not stop me from looking at them and occasionally ordering things that I really don't need any more of. But my first thing that I'll have coming in that I did order is, and I do not get sponsored by these folks. I don't get paid for anything that I say about any of these that I'm talking about today, but I do order my onions and have for several years from Dixondale Farms. Love them. The onion sets that I get from them have been wonderful, and every year that I've used them, I have grown an amazing onion crop. And they send out this little catalog here. I mean, it's tiny compared to all the rest, but one reason is because they purely focus on onions and leeks, that sort of thing. So it's not like they are covering 1,000 different types of vegetables. They are concentrated pretty much onions and leeks. And so their little catalog though has a wealth of information, and their website tells you how to grow things, when's the best time, all that sort of thing. And I love them because for 3 or 4, I want to say 4 years now, I've been getting my onions from Dixondale Farm, and they will ship them out to me at my time of year that's best for me to plant, and I will get them in the ground. It'll be about the end of February, 1st of March. I will get my sets in, get them in the ground, and then as long as I take care of them throughout the growing season, at harvest I will again, you know, good Lord willing, the creek don't rise, I'll have a beautiful harvest of onions once more. As far as seeds, like I said, I get catalogs and I get stuff from all different kinds of things because they know I'm a sucker. They know I'm addicted. And so I will get these magazines that have all these beautiful pictures of all these things that I could be growing. And unfortunately, if I look at them, there's probably something I'll say, oh, I don't have one of those. But anyway, I do love them. To me, it's the version of when I was a little kid and we had the Sears and Roebuck wish book that come out at Christmas time. This is the grown-up version for gardeners. So I use the, you know, I'll go through these and just, you know, shop and look and love and until I end up ordering something. I know people have asked me before what are some of my favorite crops that I grow in the garden. All of them. But this past year I had a few things that just jump out at me that first of all, some of it is old things. I say old things. Some of it are things that I have grown for several years now. My favorite tomato that I grow is not, I love garden tomatoes. I do not like store-bought tomatoes. They taste funny and they feel funny in your mouth, and I don't like them. But I do love a good garden-grown tomato. And each type has its own flavor and texture, and out of all the different ones that I grow and have grown, there is one that I just love, and I will grow every year, even though I will grow other varieties. The one that I grow every year and make sure that I have in the garden every year is, and I'm going to call it the wrong thing, I'm going to mispronounce it, but it's like black Versage or something to that effect. It looks French, but I don't speak French, so I apologize if that's a mispronunciation. But it's only a little small tomato. It's about that big, about like a, just a little bit bigger, between a golf ball and a baseball. It's not as big as a baseball, not quite as small as a golf ball, but it has the best flavor and texture and everything about it I just love. Now, of course, it's not a big slicing tomato like, your Big Boys and Better Boys and all of that sort of thing. It's not like that, but I use it for whatever. I'll slice it up if I want to, and if I want to make it into a sauce, I'll make it into a sauce. And it's got the best flavor of any of the tomatoes that I grow, and is the most prolific. It will start getting ripe tomatoes on it before anything else in the garden does, and any of my other tomato plants. I don't expect, hopefully you understood what I meant. But it will start getting tomatoes before any of the other tomato plants do, and it will go up until frost kills it. The whole growing season, I'll be getting tomatoes off of it. And so I love it. So I have them every year. A new bean that I grew that I love is called a greasy bean. It's kind of about the same size as a pinto bean, but it's got such a good meaty flavor, and it's just such a good bean. It's called a greasy bean. And let me think. Basil. I don't know how many people out there like the smell of basil. I know some people do. Me, I think normal basil smells like a stink bug. I do not like basil, not the smell of it. I don't mind it cooked in something, because once it's cooked in it, it seems to take the out of it. And so as I'm talking, I'm looking to see if I can find a picture in here of it, of the one that I'm actually going to tell you about. But there is a basil that I grew this year, if I can find it, maybe, that bar none is the best basil I have ever smelled in my life. It smelled so, here it is, smelled so wonderful. And it is called, if I can get it up there, it's the Blue Spice Basil. And I could walk outside and the wind be blowing from the garden, and it had the best, the fragrance would just, if I could bottle that, I'd be wearing it, because it smells so wonderful. Even in the fall, when I had picked and dried until I didn't need any more basil, but I went out there before frost and cut off a bunch of it and brought it up here on the porch and hung it, just so when the wind blew, it would blow that smell through the house, because it smells that good. Just love the smell of that stuff, and it tastes good. So that was a new thing that I grew, and I only grew one plant, and that was from seed. And I dislike the smell of basil so bad. That's all I even planted, was that one. But I tell you, that thing, it grew until the size of that one plant, not exaggerating at all, was as big as the hood of a Volkswagen. It was huge. It took up most of one of my raised beds. It was massive. But I loved it. It smelled so good. Another plant that I have planted now for several years, that I plant now every year, is it's called Sweet Passion Melon. Now, my husband is the cantaloupe person in the family. I'm watermelon. If you put watermelon and cantaloupe up there side by side, there's no doubt which one I'm going to take. I'm going to take the watermelon every time. But he loves cantaloupe, so one year he just, you know, plant me some cantaloupe. So I ordered these sweet passion melons because the description made them sound so wonderful. Well, I ordered them, and the description was very accurate. They look like a cantaloupe, except they're massive. I've picked ones out of the garden that I bet weigh 20 pounds. They are just huge. But when you cut them open, they look like a cantaloupe on the inside. They smell like a cantaloupe. But the difference is the taste of those things. You couldn't take a big old mouthful of honey and it be any sweeter. Those are the sweetest melons like that I have ever tasted in my life. And so me, even as a watermelon person, I love those. I think they are wonderful, and I have no qualms at all in telling somebody, if you're looking for a good cantaloupe or that sort of melon, to try them. So it's sweet passion melon, and those seeds I all got. And again, anytime I mention something on here, if I ever am fortunate enough or whatever, blessed enough that somebody decides to sponsor me, I'll make sure I tell you. But until then, when I'm mentioning all these things, it's not because I'm getting paid to do so. It's because I use it and I'm telling you this is what I use. It's not because anybody's paying me to say that. But all of these seeds that I'm talking about, I got from Baker Creek Seed Company. I like them. They're just right up the road. Within 2 days of ordering it, I'll get the seeds. So I know they're coming directly from them, but it's just a good seed company. All the seeds that I've ordered from them have been fresh, viable, and I've had good results from them. If I get good results from something, I'll give them my business. So anyway, that is just kind of what I'm doing today, is looking at seed catalogs and looking at my seeds and planting. I wish I was planting. I'm planning what I'll be doing here before long, and that is getting things in my garden. So until then, I'm just waiting on the snow to melt. I think we've got an ice storm supposed to be coming next week. Come on, winter, go away already. We got our first snow in November. This is the 8th snow we've had this year. And for us, I mean, some places, if I was in Minnesota or Alaska, I wouldn't think nothing about it. But, this is the Ozarks, and this is our 8th snow that we've got here on the mountain this year. 8. I'm so done with winter. Come on, springtime, I'm ready to plant something. But no matter what you're doing today, I hope that you're enjoying it and that it's pleasant activity. If you have any comments to make below, please go ahead and do that. I welcome hearing from you. I enjoy it. So, share with me what you're doing today. Or do you have any plans for a garden this year? Even if it's nothing but something you're growing in a 5-gallon bucket, that's okay. As long as you're sticking seeds in the dirt, that's great. Let me know. And if you have not subscribed, if you'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button, so you'll be notified whenever there's a new video out. And if you like it, please hit that like button. Just let me know that you appreciate what I'm doing here. And I do hope that you come back and visit with me again. I enjoy seeing all of y'all here. And we are going to not go outside and enjoy the snow now. But I love y'all, and I wish you a wonderful evening. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.